I have a couple of 3-pound barrels that are empty, so I'm looking for some rocks to tumble. This creek in Elkton, Virginia is usually a good place to find some quartz. Quartz is one of the most common minerals on the planet. So no matter where you are, you can probably find some if you look. This rock scoop is so handy. I can usually use it to grab a rock that I see without getting myself too wet. Let's see what we got. I thought this rock might have some iron stained lines on it, but it looks like it's just a piece of milky quartz. Some of what I find out here is this cool quartzite, like this piece. One upside of looking for rocks near a creek is that you can always use the creek bed to rinse the rock off. This one looks like it's got some sort of green on the other side, in addition to the milky quartz that you can see. It can be really difficult to figure out if a rock is stained and going to turn out ugly or if it's just kind of dirty. So I'll take this one with me and see how it turns out. This is a really nice, crisp white color. One really nice thing about finding rocks along a creek bed is that they're often sort of tumbled for you. Although you do still sometimes find rocks just poking out of the ground that haven't been kind of tumbled by the water that you still have to take home. There are so many rocks here. I just know there's something good that I'm totally looking over, that I guess I can always come back. Meh. Not everything has to come home with you, though. Let's see. Just looking around for anything interesting at this point. Another little one in the ground that I'll go ahead and dig out myself. When the rocks are dry like this, it can be kind of difficult to tell what's worth taking. This quartz down here looks interesting, though. But after looking at it a little bit closer, looks like there's definitely a lot of holes running through the rock. It's probably not worth tumbling. Alright, I think I've got enough to fill up both barrels, so let's take everything home and clean it off and see what we got. So I'll start things off with this large chunk of quartzite here, and then the other barrel will get this large, kind of reddish looking, probably quartzite piece as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and split up some of the more generic looking milky quartz pieces between the two barrels. This milky quartz has some pretty interesting looking green spots that we'll see what they wind up looking like after it tumbles. More of this quartzite, which polishes really well. And this one looks like maybe a pink piece of quartzite, which will be cute. Here's one that came pretty round already, so hopefully not too much work for the tumbler to do. And that very crisp white one. So this piece of quartz had some really interesting looking green to it, so I decided to go ahead and cut it open on my lapidary saw. I'll put one in each barrel. And most of the rest of these are pretty small, so I'm just going to go ahead and toss them in. Just a couple final touches and they'll be ready to roll. Come check back in a few weeks to see how these polished. Until then, bye!